Hello and welcome to glittershinenails. If you're new to my channel, welcome. In my last video where I shared a stamping plate swatch review video, I said that I had started something new and that I'd filmed one of the manis that I'd created for that video. In this video I'm going to share how I created that mani along with any tips and tricks I think that could be helpful for you. And as always, you can find information on this video along with a list of products I've used in the description box below. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and make sure you have the bell notification on, and please like this video. These things really do help out my channel. Thank you. Now I am using my new filming stand for this mani. Please bear with me while I get used to it. But for this mani I'm using nail tips and I've buffed over the top of them to help the gel polish stick. I've just used a buffing block. This gel polish I'm using is called Pool Party by Kiki London, and it's an absolutely beautiful colour, perfect for spring and summer manis. The stamping polish I'm using is very close in colour, and I use the bottle lid swatches to test out the colours before I start. It does work over the top. I'm also using Kiki London's rubber base coat and their no white rubber top coat. If you've been around my channel a while, you'll know that these two are my absolute favourite to use. So I'm going to apply a layer of the rubber base coat to all of the tips, and I'm curing in my lamp, which is also from Kiki London. It's the 96 watt UV LED lamp. It's the one that glows pink, and I'm going to be curing the rubber base coat for 30 seconds. Now with the nail tips you don't have to use a base coat, and sometimes I don't, but I do really find that the base colour goes on so much better than without. If you're using gel polish on natural nails, then you definitely need to use a base coat. Now I will be playing around with my filming setup for some time, just until I can get the layout just right. So just please bear with me while I have a fiddle around every now and then. But this new filming stand has just opened up so much of how much more I can film, etc. And I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to apply 2 coats of Pool Party to these nail tips, curing each layer before applying the next. This is such a fabulous colour for spring and summer manis, and it's definitely a favourite for me. This came out in the Kiki London Spring 2020 collection, and it does really build up nicely in the 2 coats. I am keeping my coats nice, thin and even, and the Kiki London gels do sort of level themselves out, so I do like to just let it sit for a few seconds before I go in and cure. And I do this with their base coats, all of their gel polishes, builder gels, top coats as well. So for the curing, because I'm curing the 5 tips together and it's on this stand, I'm curing for 60 seconds just to make sure that everything is getting fully cured. But most of Kiki London gel polishes can be cured for just 30 seconds. But this also does depend on your lamp too. Once I've applied the first coat, I'll then go in with the second, and you can really see that the colour builds up. I adore teal colours at the moment. Maybe it's the time of year, but there was a couple of other colours like Pool Party, like Fiji Waters and Zesty Blues, but I do use them quite a bit though. But teals I'm just loving right now. So I'll just repeat the same until all of the nails have had their second coat, and then I'll go in and cure them again in the lamp, and then we can move on to the nail art. If you wanted to and your layers were thin enough, you could go in with a 3rd coat, and this would also depend on you if you had any sort of shadowing or if you wanted the colour just a little bit deeper. Just all depends. Once they have all finished curing and they have cured really nicely, I'm going to take some lint-free wipes and some isopropyl alcohol and remove the tacky layer from the nail tips. I personally never stamp onto a tacky layered nail. It's just something that I've never done. I want a nice, smooth, clean base to apply my stamping to. Before I start stamping, I always clean my plate with acetone just to make sure that it is super clean. I do always clean them before I put them away, but it's just a habit that I've gotten into. So I'm using Nicole Diary stamping plate L40, which was the stamping plate I swatched in my last video. On 2 of the nails I'm going for the full design, and then on the other 3 nails I'm going for a smaller image, and I felt that they would work really well together. So I'm using Clear Jelly Stamper stamping polish 134 Teal-Tally Crazy for You. It's a beautiful teal colour. And I'm also using my usual stamper that you'll see me using in all of my stamping plate videos, along with my scraper as well. I will run my stamper over a lint roller. I am currently using the Clear Jelly Stamper sticky pads at the moment, and I have to say I really do like them. I'm going to start with the 2 large image swatches first, and I'll place 2 small lines of polish down, and then I'll scrape. I'll roll the stamper, kiss the stamper to the plate, and then I'll transfer the image to the nail tip. You don't want to press hard onto the stamping plate. You also don't want to smush the stamper onto the plate. It's almost like the stamper hardly touches the plate. It really is a quick kiss of the stamping plate. I'll then clean the stamping plate with acetone, and the stamper I'll clean onto the sticky pad, and I'll just repeat the same again. Don't put any acetone on the stamper as it will destroy it. Now with the stamping for this mani, the thumb and the ring finger are the large image, and then the pinky, index and middle finger are the smaller design. This stamping polish does work really well over the base colour, and this is what the mani is looking like so far. Onto the smaller images, and I'm going to apply a tiny amount of stamping polish, scrape the image, roll the stamper to pick the image up, and I will remove anything that I don't want off the stamper and then transfer. Now with this smaller image, I'm not putting it all the way at the top of the nail tip, and the reason for this is because I'm adding crystals, so I want the design to come out from underneath the crystals. I'll then repeat the same again on the other 2 nails. Now with mani layouts, I always go with either every nail is the same, or it's like this setup with the ring and the thumb are one design and the others are another, or it will be the thumb and the middle are the same and the pinky, index and ring finger are the same. These seem to be my go-to for designs, but I try to make the mani flow throughout the whole mani design. The only other layout I sometimes do is the thumb and the ring are the same design, and the pinky and the index are another design, and the middle is completely different. I don't like to do this one as much because I just don't feel it flows as well. And now that I've completed all of the stamping, this is what the mani looks like so far. And I have to say, I really quite like this. So I'm now going to move on to the crystals. I rarely do this on camera because I'm really not that good at it. So I have the nail tips along with the no white rubber top coat, a dotting tool and a detailer brush. And I also have with me the crystals in 2 different sizes, as well as some silver caviar beads. Now all of these except the caviar beads are from Kiki London, but I can't actually tell you where I got the caviar beads from because I've had them for absolute years. Now the sizes of the crystals are SS8 and SS6. The SS8 are the slightly bigger ones. This colour from Kiki London is Aquamarine Queen and works perfectly with this whole mani design, and I'm just going to cure them into the top coat for this design, but I will also talk about other ways you can do them as well. So I'll start with adding a floaty layer of the top coat over the whole nail. Now stamping can cause the top coat to separate, so just be aware of that. When top coating stamping, you'll see maybe some tiny little holes if it's separating. You just want to smooth it out over again. Now you could use nail glue to add the crystals and then top coat, or add them to a small amount of builder gel and then top coat. I personally find for manis like this is the easier way. Once I've added that to the whole nail, I'll pick up a large SS8 crystal first and add that to the top, middle, in the centre. I'll then put 2 SS6s either side and then end with an SS8 on the end. The crystals will move about because the top coat isn't cured, so you'll see me moving them about to keep them in line. Once I've added them where I want them, I'm then going to add some of the silver caviar beads into the gaps. Now caviar beads, I honestly can't remember the last time I used them, but I wanted to up my game on crystal placement, and they do really add something to crystals. I've just ordered a load in so many different colours, so I'm definitely going to be having a play around. Now I will leave in the crystals being placed. The first one I was concentrating so hard, I just wasn't watching if I was in shot or focus. Now when working with crystals, don't get top coat on the crystals because it will dull them, but you can go over the caviar beads with top coat as well, and it will make them a little bit more secure. Once I have everything where I want it, I will give that a flash cure for 10 seconds just to hold everything into place while I work on the other two, and then I'll do a full cure at the end. So I'll now work on the other two, and I'll just repeat the same again. In one of the other manis for the stamping plate reviews, I do more crystal placement, so I'll be filming that, and I'll try to get much better filming for that. I also want to try different crystal placements as well, but this one reminded me of a ring, and I just loved how they looked. I've never done crystal placement on film like this before, but it was really easy to create. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I will also do different products to adhere the crystals as well, like the glue and the builder gel, but I absolutely love the shine on these crystals. They are so pretty, and they really catch my filming lights. Also, having a dotting crystal tool like this for crystal placement is a must have. It just makes things so much easier to do. So this is what the mani looks like now. So I need to top coat the full stamping nails, which is what I'm going to do now. Now the crystal ones have still only had their 10-second cure in place, so they will also need their full cure at the same time. Now if these were going onto my nails, I would, once I've cured the first layer of top coat, come in with a second layer. This is really going to help the stamping stay in place, and again I will check for any separation in the top coat, and I will give that a full cure for 60 seconds. Now I'm not going in with the second coat because they are just on tips, and I feel it's a bit of a waste of the product when they aren't being worn, but I'm really happy with how these have turned out, and I have absolutely loved filming a mani from one of my stamping plate swatch review videos. I've just absolutely loved it. So this is the mani all finished. I absolutely love it. I really do. I'd love to hear what you think to this mani. Also let me know what you think to me filming some of the manis that I create for my stamping plate swatch review videos. I would really love to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments below. All of my pictures will be over on my Instagram page in the next few days, along with what products I've used. There is a link in the description box below. If you do come over and see my posts and you like them, please give them a like as well. I'd be really grateful. Thank you for viewing my stamping plate mani tutorial video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Comment below. I love to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button and share. Also, don't forget to come over and follow me on my Instagram page at glittershinenails. So until next time, thanks for watching, happy stamping, and bye!